Just learned the mother of Damian Herrera has passed away. That means 5 people have now died after a shooting spree across 3 different crime scenes in northern New Mexico. Herrera was arraigned this morning after being arrested by state police last night. He left a string of bodies in La Madera, Tres Piedras, and Abiquiu. We're going to go now to our Royal Day. We have team coverage of everything going on in northern New Mexico. Let's start with Royal. Royal, what can you tell us?
Well, Shelley, I'm anchoring live from Espanola tonight. So many in these northern New Mexico communities shaken this evening by what has happened. And we have our team working every angle of this story. Nancy Laughlin is digging into the suspect's past. Megan Cruz spent all day in the small area where the shooting spree first started. Chris Guardaro just got briefed by investigators. He's going to let us know in just a few minutes exactly what investigators say about what happened. Katie Mush has a timeline of all the events for us, for all of our viewers. And we have Justin Matthews, who has more on the victim shot at the convenience store. But we're going to begin with Chris Guardaro. And Chris, you were just briefed by investigators. Now, there is some relief here tonight because the suspect, of course, is in custody.
Yeah, law enforcement leaders say a shooting this horrific hasn't happened in northern New Mexico for decades, and they're very relieved that the shooter is finally in custody.
Tragedy struck northern New Mexico yesterday.
State police interviewed Damian Herrera after catching him, and they say they are very confident he acted alone.
None of these victims had a chance. None of them.
Police told us Herrera used the same black revolver to kill each of his victims.
The only person confronting people that night was the individual with the gun.
The Rio Arriba sheriff confirmed the 2 men killed after Herrera shot his family members never knew the alleged murderer.
He did not know them. The victim from Tres Piedras was a victim of circumstance who was stopping to aid him and get him some gasoline.
The sheriff also shed some light on when Herrera confronted a deputy before his capture.
A large butcher knife on his side, but he was not armed with a firearm. And he did rush Deputy Alwino, and the scuffle ensued over the deputy's handgun.
That deputy suffered minor injuries, and Sheriff Lujan says mentally he's doing well.
That's a pretty frightening experience to go through for anybody, even a law enforcement officer. So we'll make sure he has the support he needs.
District Attorney Serrano felt it was important to say this to the grieving family.
No one ever can fathom being in this situation, and my heart goes out to them.
Now, DA Serrano also said that Herrera is facing 4 open counts of murder, tampering with evidence, and unlawful taking of a motor vehicle charges. Royal?
Okay, thank you, Chris. So we're going to go now to Justin Matthews, who has the latest on this the shooting at the convenience store. Police telling us today this was a chance encounter that turned deadly. Justin.
Well, New Mexico State Police says Herrera got to the Bodie's General Store gas station just after 8 o'clock last night, and the shooting was captured on surveillance video. Police say the video shows Herrera getting gas and washing his windows. Then Manuel Serrano pulls up to get gas as well. Police says Herrera shot and killed him as he was trying to pull away from the gas station. I found out Serrano worked as a security guard at the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum since 2006. The museum's director tells us he and the staff are deeply saddened. He was a committed and trustworthy employee and a friend. I was also able to get in contact with Serrano's cousin, who says he was a wonderful man and was always willing to help those in need. He was a kind, loving, and family-oriented person. He left behind his wife, daughters, and grandchildren. And state police tells me the surveillance video captured at the Bodie's gas station is being held for evidence right now. Reporting in Abiquiu, Justin Matthews, KWT, Action 7 News.
And as you just heard, the state police chief telling us today that none of the random victims ever stood a chance. The other random killing was of Michael Kite. He was shot on a forest road on the way to Tres Piedras. Rio Arriba County Sheriff's deputies say when they got to the scene, they found Kite with medical bandages as the Taos County EMS tried to save his life. The Taos News says Kite recently retired as an archaeologist for Carson National Forest, and investigators say Kite was killed after pulling over to actually help the suspect. So now we're going to turn to Megan Cruz. She has spent all day in the area where this shooting spree first started. She continues our team coverage.
Well, police say just down the road from me at the end there, that is where this all happened. I spoke to loved ones today and they say they remember a sweet family and can't imagine something like this would happen. Coming to terms with what happened yesterday,
To have so many people all at once just be gone
will not be easy for this small New Mexico community. Investigators last night arrested 21-year-old Damian Herrera for killing 2 strangers and 3 of his own family.
Max was a real good friend, cousin. Loved him, family.
Police say Herrera gunned down his own family in their own home. First, his stepfather, Max Trujillo, then his younger brother, Brendan Herrera, and finally, his mother, Brenda Gallegos. While this massacre did take some by surprise,
There didn't seem to be anything going on that would have caused something like that to happen.
court documents show others told police Herrera had mentioned wanting to kill or hurt people for fun. Witnesses also say he was calm and had a blank stare during the shooting. And right now, family tell me they're planning a candlelight vigil for tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the La Morada Chapel here in La Madera. Megan Cruz, KOAT Action 7 News.
Okay, thank you, Megan. And we're finding out a lot more about the man at the center of the shooting spree. And what Target 7's Nancy Laughlin has uncovered may surprise you. Nancy.
Well, the DA says the man charged with going on that killing spree had no violent criminal history. We're also told he was a college student. Droopy-eyed and bruised, Damian Herrera faced a judge and heard all the crimes he's charged with. Multiple counts of murder, tampering with evidence, and stealing a car. Picking his teeth and grunting, Herrera didn't seem fazed when the judge read those charges, then asked him,
"Are you going to need an attorney for this case?"
Yeah.
Can you hire your own attorney, or are you going to need us to appoint one for you?
I need an appointed attorney.
the man charged with so many violent crimes has no criminal history. We checked the courts and so did the district attorney. All that we found were a couple of traffic tickets. The DA says there is also no known history of mental illness. UNM tells me Herrera was a student at the Taos campus since 2011 studying science. We're also told he briefly worked at the popular resort and spa Ojo Caliente. A spokeswoman says his brother Brendan, one of the people Herrera's charged with killing, worked at Ojo Caliente for 2 years. That Brendan was sweet, generous, kind, and sincere.
He did kill Brendan Herrera, a human being, without lawful justification or excuse by any of the means in which death could be caused. That also a first-degree capital felony. Do you understand?
We want to make sure and point out those shootings did not happen on the campus of UNM or at that spa. Staffers at the spa are telling me that they are in mourning. Law enforcement says they are in the process of filing that 5th murder charge against Herrera. They say his mother passed away at 5:22 this evening. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. We also have reporter Katie Mush working on a timeline of events. She's going to go over exactly when and where the 5 victims were shot.
Arriba County Sky 7 pilot Neil Lawson says Damian Herrera traveled quite a distance to commit all 5 murders last night.
There's a lot of distance between each of these little towns and villages, and so there's no street lights.
Arriba County sheriffs told me Herrera first shot and killed his mother, stepfather, and stepbrother at their home in La Madera. He then hopped in a car but ran out of gas, so he hitched a ride with someone driving by. Police say he killed that driver before heading to Bode's General Store in Abiquiu and killing another person there. Sky 7 flew over the convenience store this morning.
We were able to go to the convenience store in Abiquiu where the last shooting took place. The area had been cleared by law enforcement, so it was basically business as usual at that point.
Shortly after leaving the store, deputies saw Herrera driving on U.S. Highway 84. They chased him for about 5 miles before he crashed. Herrera and deputies got into a struggle while they were trying to arrest him. Herrera was injured and they took him to a nearby hospital to seek treatment. Reporting in Albuquerque, Katie Mush, KOAT Action 7 News.
Here we go. Well, our coverage of this deadly shooting spree in northern New Mexico does not end here. Our team is talking to investigators, neighbors, and the victims' families. Tonight at 10, we'll have the latest information on a story that, of course, has saddened so many tonight. You can also go to our website to see the full press conference where investigators updated us on this shooting spree. Of course, Shelley, so many want to know why. What was the motivation behind this killing spree? The state police chief telling us tonight they have interviewed Herrera, but right now, quote, we don't have the why. I'm also going to check back in with you in about 5 minutes, but for now, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
And the more we keep hearing, the more upsetting it gets. Royal, thank you.